name is Dinyambe, Nyatua. Uh, why I would like to be part of Teach for Nigeria? According to research conducted by UNESCO, Nigeria ranks highest among nations with out-of-school children. It's, I think, with about 47% of the world's total population of children who are out of school. Now, 25 to 27% of that population is actually from the north, where I am from, incidentally, and where I have been for many years. Now, growing up in the north has afforded me first-hand experience of what illiteracy can do to any society and how illiterate people could be ready tool in the hands of those who want to use them. I have seen how illiterates are being used to perpetrate evil, to fuel crisis, religious, ethnic, and other forms of crisis. I feel strongly that if those people were educated, they would know better and would probably not be what they are today, will not make themselves available for other people to use to perpetrate evil as they do today. So my being part of Teach for Nigeria will afford me the opportunity to do something about this and then to bring about a downward movement and then a change in the status quo of Nigeria as the position it occupies globally right now. I don't think that is a good thing to us as a nation and as a people that we are topping that list. We are topping countries of children who are out of the world, who are out of school in the world. So I think this being part of Teach for Nigeria will afford me opportunity to do something about it, to also bring my thoughts and voice, lend my voice to that campaign of having every community or people at the grass level being educated. Also, being part of this STEM organization will afford me the opportunity to be part of the team of those who will drive the vision of that of the organization, of having one day every child having an excellent education. I feel strongly that it is possible. Just needs people to believe in it and then to pursue that vision. So I think my being part of Teach for Nigeria will afford me the opportunity to be part of this STEM team and part of this great movement. The second question, one time I have shown leadership quality. I have shown leadership quality one too many times, but I think one that really is dear to my heart that I can quickly bring forward at this point is back in my university days. I remember as an undergraduate student, immediately I got in, I noticed that the student welfare was not taken very seriously. It was really bad. What I mean here is, for instance, water, transportation, electricity was not in place. And then for me, these three things are key to helping any student achieve his or her desired goal. I mean academic goals. So these things were not in place, and then at about 200 level, tensions were already building up, and then there were tendencies that violence was going to follow if nothing was done to meet these needs, because these are basic needs. So I kept wondering how I could be of help, but I was just a student, and then I was not part of any decision-making body in the institution. But eventually, while I was still thinking about this, an opportunity presented itself, and I became a senator in the student representative government. I had the privilege to be part of the student representative government as a senator. And immediately the opportunity presented itself, I didn't hesitate to bring forward my concerns which were these things I mentioned. And then a few people or some people actually bought my idea and then shared my sentiment, and they were willing to go on with me to find solution to those problems we already had. But we felt it was very expedient to first approach the school management, because primarily that's their responsibility to provide these things. So we went on to meet them, but before then, a few people had worries. They were skeptical that we might be victimized by the school management for speaking out. And I said no. I had to debunk the idea from their mind and then let them know that these things were things that they are not really supposed to provide for us. They were our rights, and then we were just asking for what is rightfully ours. So eventually we summoned the courage and I approached the school management and made our case. They promised to do something about it, but time went by and then nothing was done. So we're now posed with the challenge of looking for other means or other way to meet our needs to get this uh, problem solved. So we resorted to meeting a few individuals around the state capital whom we thought could be of help, and a few people actually promised to do something, but what they promised to do was not going to be enough as a whole. For me, I think electricity was even topmost on my list. I felt if electricity was taken care of, other things would gradually follow, but electricity was even much important to me. So but eventually we, at the end of the day, had to resort to approaching the state government, and it was a bit challenging, but eventually we got through. After so many hurdles, we got through to the state government, and then they made promise, and then we were willing to help us out. By the time I was leaving the university, we had a 38 kVA transformer. We had solar street lights and then solar panels installed in other parts of the school. We had two coaster buses, and we now had tricycles running from the gates into the school. There was an arrangement between the union and the school management. So they were running into the school from the gate and then within the school. So transportation problem became less. And then the boreholes were also built, and then water was moved to the hostel on regular basis. So that's calmed the tension down. And for me, just getting these three items in place was not just the only success for me. The fact that we were able to avert the crisis that was already waiting to explode, I think is the for me is a bigger success. In fact, because I think if that crisis had seen the light of day, maybe the school would have been shut down, which would have been more disastrous for us, and then that would be also cause a lot of delay. So for me, I think that was one point I actually showed leadership quality, because I was able to mobilize, I was able to plan, I was able to mobilize, and then we executed and then achieved great success. So for me, I think that's one time I really think that I showed leadership qualities. Thank you very much.